What if the biggest threat to the global AI boom isn't in Silicon Valley, but inside China's collapsing prices? China is entering the deepest deflationary period in its modern history. Homes, cars, electronics, food, rents, almost everything is getting cheaper. But this isn't a consumer miracle, it's a warning. 51 out of 67 everyday goods in China are cheaper today than 2 years ago. Home prices in major cities have fallen 27%, BYD vehicles down 27%, rents down 9%. Solar panel materials have collapsed to a fraction of their 2022 peak. And China's broadest price gauge, the GDP deflator, has been negative for 10 straight quarters. That's the longest deflation streak since the data began. This is not a temporary slowdown, it's a deflation loop. Factories cut prices to survive. Competitors cut deeper. Margins evaporate. Investment slows. Wages weaken. Households save. Demand shrinks. And deflation becomes the business model. China perfected this loop in manufacturing. Now, for the first time, the same loop is forming inside artificial intelligence. The first warning came from DeepSeek, a Chinese AI model that didn't just compete with global leaders, it collapsed inference costs. The message was clear. If intelligence becomes cheap, margins die. But the second warning was even more important because it came from the United States. Airbnb tested ChatGPT for internal use. And CEO Brian Chesky said something Silicon Valley never expected. ChatGPT wasn't quite robust enough for their needs. Instead, Airbnb turned to models backed by Alibaba, not because they were more powerful, but because they were good, fast, and cheap. A major American platform quietly shifting toward Chinese AI to reduce cost. That's China's deflation loop entering the digital economy. In manufacturing, China made products so cheap that global margins collapsed. In AI, China may make intelligence so cheap that global software margins collapse. Because once one company lowers its AI costs, every competitor must follow. Price becomes the strategy. Capabilities converge, and margins evaporate. Then the story takes a geopolitical turn. A Financial Times report revealed a White House memo alleging that Alibaba provided technology support linked to Chinese military operations against U.S. targets. Alibaba denied the claims. But the stock dropped almost 4% in a day. And the underlying message stood. Chinese AI is no longer just commercial, it is strategic. At the same time, Alibaba's open-source Qwen model is gaining popularity in Silicon Valley, inside the same ecosystem once dominated by OpenAI and Anthropic. When a Chinese AI model gains traction in the United States while drawing scrutiny from Washington, this isn't just a competition story, it's a global power story. China once exported deflation through goods. Now it may export deflation through intelligence. And the consequences are global. In China today, more than a quarter of listed companies are losing money, the highest in 25 years. Zombie firms, companies whose profits can't even cover interest, have risen from 19 to 34%. Capital spending and R&D have turned negative for the first time in a decade. When prices fall too long, profit dies. When profit dies, innovation slows. And when innovation slows, an entire industry begins to hollow out. Now imagine the same deflationary pressure hitting AI. Not through hardware, through intelligence itself, through falling inference costs, through cheaper models, through global competition. If the price of intelligence keeps falling, the software world may face the same fate China's factories faced a decade ago, a permanent margin squeeze that rewrites the business model of the entire industry. The last time China exported deflation, it reshaped global manufacturing for a generation. The next wave won't hit factories, it will hit code. If you found this helpful, comment, like, share, and hit the bell. This is Global Notes by JP, and we're building the strongest macro community on the platform, one signal at a time, together.